We can what if ourselves all the time. We can ask ourselves, what are we doing? Why am I doing this? What is this all for? And those are all valid questions. And I think when it comes down to it, we do certain actions for a specific reason. Sometimes we don't know it in the moment, but in the long term we do. Like, for example, I was eating lunch at like my house, and I just like visually remember seeing this like gazebo or this like little hut to sit in, and I got off the phone with my dad because like we usually like eat and talk like at lunch. I usually call him, but then he had to go, and so then I was like, okay, I'll just like finish my lunch here. And something was just telling me, like, I usually, like, I'm like, whatever, but something was telling me to, like, just come sit here. And lo and behold, here I am filming this video. And, you know, it just makes me think about, what if we would have done small things? What if we would have done small actions? What would have happened? Like, I was talking to my friend who can speak Spanish, and like we were leaving class, and I was like, well, what if I just asked them in like Spanish, like, do they have any classes later? And I was just like spoken English instead. But then like big picture, I was like, well, what if I would have, you know? But I mean, nevertheless, that's the thing. Nevertheless, we know so many things, but then we don't know so many things, and it's kind of scary, but it's also kind of a beautiful thing that you can think of like all the different opportunities that you can do and that you can have and that you can experience. I mean, imagine if you would have accepted a different job. Imagine if you wouldn't have said yes to that one friend. Imagine if you wouldn't have picked the major that you did and you're studying that in college. Crazy. And I was just going through my head and I was like, yo, Emma, what if you didn't pick chemistry to study as like your major? And I was like, so many things could have happened. I could have ended up being with so many different people. I could have interacted with a boatload of different people. But at the end of the day, I'm here for a reason. And my reasoning for picking this major was that like I felt like I couldn't do anything in math. So I wasn't going to become like a math major. But I mean, I think I was always more like naturally inclined towards like math. It just like made sense. But I went with chemistry because I felt like you could do more things with chemistry than you could do in comparison to math. But could be wrong. Yeah, I feel like many times I am a little wrong. But it's hard not to obsess over the what ifs, the little granular things, but hindsight is always 20/20, and I will say that till the cows come home, and that you think one decision is better than the other, and then you're like, yo, a week later, no, it wasn't. And I think you also need to give yourself grace to mess up and to try to learn, and then different things will come about of it. And I think really sometimes focusing on your gut feeling is one of the other things that you can really drive into, because like I said, like I usually don't have crazy feelings, and like I'm just like naturally inclined to do whatever, but then something was just telling me to come sit here, and here I am, you know. And I think the most unpredictable things can happen when you just listen to your gut. And I mean, never in a million years did I think I'd be filming a video in the middle of campus. But nobody cares. Like, people just probably think I'm on the phone, you know? And it's literally nothing. But I think you also shouldn't obsess over things, and to try and not worry. Because I definitely worry. But I think you just have to let the dust settle. You really do. I mean, the past like 4 weeks, this is like my 6th week, but the past 4 weeks have been absolutely crazy because I've been like trying to fit in swim to my schedule, trying to fit in working out, and like figuring out all those wrinkles I forget, there's a saying, but I can't remember it. But get the wrinkles out or something and like try to smooth things out is what I'm trying to say. Is like figure out my schedule, get a gist, and I really need to study and lock back in. And so yeah, I'm probably gonna start studying on Sunday for my test. But regardless, I think you need to figure out that you just need time to settle things down, and that you can't have every single thing perfect in the beginning. You're allowed to mess up no matter how old you are, and that you shouldn't what if yourself to death, because that's not fair to you. Because like imagine like your friend is going like, oh my gosh, what if, you'd probably be like, yo, shut up, you're fine, you are here now. So do not try to stress, do not try to worry about something that's in the past, because worrying about something in the past is taking you out of the present moment. It's making you like physically, emotionally, mentally be in the past, when all you have control of is like literally right here, right now. Like get your head in the game. Like High School Musical, like the song, my roommates were watching High School Musical last night and like the night prior, and one of the songs was like when Troy was like, get your head in the game, you gotta get you. Okay, I hope I don't get copyrighted, but probably won't. But you get the gist of what I'm saying. Like you gotta get your head in the game. You gotta focus on what you have in this present moment. I mean, I don't know. Ooh, you bug. Ooh, that was a bee. Please don't. I wish you guys could see this bee, because it's near me. Literally every single time that I would eat lunch outside, a wasp would like come near me. You can see it. You can literally see the bee. Please leave me alone. Oh, it's crawling on me. Please don't sting me. Oh my gosh. I can't. Please. Real life nature. That's so redundant. Of course, nature's real life. Real life encounters with nature. Anyways. But yeah, I honestly kind of lost my train of thought. But anyways, I think you just have to like honestly figure out that you can't figure it out. Like I've been like trying to like cram squared shape objects into like triangles. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like, I can't force anything, you know? And no matter how hard you try to force things, some things are just not gonna turn out. They're not gonna pan out. Like I just remember, oh yeah, get your head in the game. Yeah, be present. The gist. But things will always pan out. I mean, it's kind of like when I've seen like this like mining for gold show, and they like take sieves out and they like sift it, and then gold comes out sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't, and it pans out, like whatever. And so I don't know, you just gotta let things pan out, and really just sit, chill. I needed to take a major chill pill like a few days ago, but it just hit now. But I don't know, I think when your environment kind of calms down, you calm down. And I think honestly one of the things that has helped me calm down is cleaning my room. Y'all have seen how crazy my room was. There were clothes everywhere. There were my school stuff everywhere. But then like my room is a little tidier, my desk is a little neater, my stuff's put away, and I feel a lot better going to bed. And I think my room and my desk is such a physical representation of how I feel. It's like when my desk is a mess, when my room's a mess, I am a mess internally. And that was probably like that for the past like 3-4 weeks. And I'm like, Emma, you gotta clean up. But yeah, so I did that a few days ago. But yeah, long story short, you're gonna be fine. I thought there was another bug. You're gonna be fine. And you shouldn't what if yourself to death about, oh, I should do this, I should do that, I should have done this, I could have done that, but I didn't do that. Because it just doesn't help anything. It makes it worse, and it makes your head just spin faster and faster. And so don't do that. Please. For the love of life. Do not make your life harder than it needs to be. Food for thought.